everyone, welcome back. I hope you're all doing really well, and I hope you're in the mood for some really spicy, twisted fairy tales, because that's what I've got for you today. It wasn't really turned out to be to my taste, but it's definitely got a huge following. I mentioned it to one of my coworkers because it seemed kind of up her alley. Like, oh, I know that book. It's on Book Talk everywhere. But apparently the puppies disagree. It's Hooked by Emily McIntyre. And I was expecting like another kind of a twisted Disney thing. It's more of a Disney meets 50 Shades of Grey kind of deal. And like, I'm all for some, well done, spicy razzmatazz, but oh, this is straight up explicit. Like, there was one point, it was about a 30-page, I did this to her in detail, and, the next chapter is her response and to what he very crudely described doing to her. So, there's no, they were making out and it was in the bedroom and she woke up happy the next day. We know what happened. No, this is detailed what happened. And some plot in between that I actually enjoyed. This, basically, we have Hook, who is, of course, he's Hook. He's a bad guy. And then we have Peter Pan, who is also a bad guy. Though those aren't the names that they go by in this book, but we know who they are. Like, Peter Pan owns Neverland Airline. Come on now. And then, Hook goes by James, but that's still his nickname, is Hook. And he owns a bar. He's a drug runner. And Peter Pan pretends to be this just, big time, owns the airline and all this stuff all over the world, major, rich, philanthropical businessman. No. He's some of that. But he's also a murderer and a drug dealer. And a cheating sleazeball. But we'll get to that in a minute. And where we kick this off is, Peter Pan is crazy rich, but his daughter wants to do something actually of her own and works at the local coffee shop where she's friends with one of the other girls there and gets dragged to going to the bar with her friend's friend-ish chick who is, they kind of get along, but the third girl and Peter Pan's daughter hate each other. There's the two girls that work there and this third friend, Maria, who, she's a frenemy on the best of days, and she's not even subtle about it. Like, frenemy is being nice. And they go, they drag her to, we're all going to this bar that happens to be a front for Hook's business. And they've been talking about how, there's this dark, mysterious guy that, is always at the bar and always in the VIP. And one of these days, I'm going to ride him. He doesn't know it yet, but he's in love with me and I'm going to get him. I'm just going to keep going to this bar until he breaks me in half. And then, that's literally one of their lines is she's going to get broken in half by his, I told you, this one isn't a, subtle, artfully done one. This is in your face what's going on. And so they go to this bar, have to get, a fake ID because Peter Pan's daughter is only 20 for a few weeks. And they go in and Hook knows exactly who she is because he's been stalking this family for a while. I mean, Hook and Peter Pan, they're kind of mortal enemies. And we find out, we suspect a lot of why, and also why Hook is what he is his whole family is dead. There was a plane crash. He was the only survivor. And he was taken in by his uncle, who, well, this is one of the few things that they don't explicitly say, I'm pretty sure, because there's no way it would get published, even on Kindle otherwise. Because something about, how his uncle, came into his room and was perverted when he was younger. So, yeah. And so when Hook turned 18, he killed him. And now he's, friends with, this other burglar that kind of taught him how to do all these murderous, terrifying things. It was the only guy that ever terrified his uncle and got him to not be a creep. So he, works with him and absolutely, idolizes him, but also goes, yeah, you're too nice. I actually run things. I just let you think you run them. But I'm the enforcer and the one that makes the decisions. So, of course, hating Peter Pan, he stalks him, knows all about him, knows the only thing Peter cares about is his daughter. So when she walks into his bar, makes a plan to seduce her and own her and take her back broken to her father to, destroy him before he kills him. And, of course, that does not go as planned. It, kind of does, because, she's supposed to be, just a couple weeks from 21, but she reads like a 13-year-old with their first crush, and, oh my god, a boy said I'm pretty for the first time ever. I'm in love. Really? And she doesn't even have severe daddy issues. I get that one. We've all been there, done that, fallen for the first guy that said we were beautiful, because, hey, I need attention from a boy and somebody to be nice to me, but you used to, idolize your daddy. He calls you his little shadow, because you went everywhere with him, and you're the only person he's actually nice to. Even though he's actually a very bad father, as we find out. And even worse than she starts to suspect because of how he treats her little brother. And we do eventually find out why. So there's a lot of, she loves him, but she's fed up that he's never home. Though she thinks it's because he's a good little businessman, not because he's making shady deals and, with his secretary. Though she does eventually have to acknowledge some of that. But there is a lot of, it's very brutal, very graphic in multiple, areas. But I like the general plot of this of he's gonna, just Hook wanting revenge, some poor girl getting caught in the middle, and then they end up learning things about each other and about the people in their lives, and it's, I won't say exactly happily ever after, but it's not a, now that I know that I'm just using you and I hate you now that I know what you tried to do to me. It's actually, we get a build of romance, so I still kind of see her as kind of childish, but that's gonna have to change considering some things. But the family dynamic, the sass, the intrigue, we know there's a lot of betrayal just everywhere you turn, but exactly who's the guilty parties and what's going to be done about it, that was really fun. And the reviews on this are, you either love it, most of that is because, like me, we watched Once Upon a Time, and the guy that played Hook, normally, eyeliner and nail polish on a dude, no, but the guy that played Hook in Once Upon a Time, he can pull it off. Actually, I prefer that to any other role I've ever seen him in, is kind of a letdown. So, there's a lot of, I'm picturing that face on that guy doing that. Yeah. But I'm the kind that, I don't really want to read it. I'm an adult. So, yeah. But if you need to read some inspiration for when somebody gets home, then this is the book for you if you want that with a little very dark Disney fairy tale twist. I loved the plots, I loved the attitude, I just could have done less with the, I don't need 20, 30 page manual of how to do adult things anymore. So, do with that what you will. Love it, hate it, we're going to love it. Now you know that's also not your taste either, or you thought it wasn't your taste, and now you know that it's got a lot of, adult twists. You're raring to go. Then there's a series of this one. So go for it if you like to. It's on Kindle Unlimited, or just plain old Kindle if you don't want to shell out. At least, I don't know about anywhere else, but in America it's $10 a month. So check it out. Happy reading, and I will see you next time. Bye.